If you are ready to make this year the year that you absolutely crush it on Instagram, then you will not want to miss this video because we are handing over to you an Instagram strategy on a platter. We'll be breaking down exactly what we would do if we were going to start an Instagram account from scratch and wanted to grow and build our business. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new to our channel, we are High Season, a social media agency that helps business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers step their social media game up and break the algorithm. And we have a good one for you today. They're always good though. They're always good. But we are gonna get right to the point here. We know that if you are watching this video, you may have just started an account and you don't know where to go or what to do. You may have an existing account, but you feel like it's stale and static. You're not growing. No matter what point you're in, we are gonna come from the point of if we were starting an account from scratch on Instagram, what would we do to make sure that we can be successful and take advantage of the power of Instagram? So we are handing an Instagram strategy over for you to use so that you can dominate this year. And we are taking it from our knowledge of all the clients that we have, the clients that we do full service for, the clients we consult with. So we're going to do this video in two parts. The first part of this video is going to be the groundwork, the foundational knowledge and application you need to apply that informs your entire strategy. And then in part two, we are going to get into those tactics for growth and discovery so you can get your content, your business, and your brand in front of more people. Let's get started.
All right, the first thing you're going to want to do is lock down your niche. Now, there is a bit of an expectation here that you probably should have done this before you even started your business. You need to know what you're going to be talking about, who you're talking to, what your content is about. It's what your products and services are about, really. But we've seen it time and time again where people are kind of starting an Instagram account and it's a little bit vague or broad. Either or, it's not really targeting at anybody. So what you need to do is, when we say niche, we really mean niche. So say you're a makeup artist. Instead of just being a makeup artist, it's way too broad. What you could actually be is a makeup artist who helps busy entrepreneurial mums beat their face in 10 minutes so they can be out the door. So that level of niching is what we're talking about. And you know, that old saying kind of goes, if you're targeting everybody, you're really targeting nobody. So the idea is that the more you drill down, the more really you're going to open up your possibilities for your business.
The next thing we would do if we were starting an Instagram account from zero is to establish our buyer persona. So this is taking the niche and deciding, okay, this is what my niche is going to be, and actually creating that into a person and understanding what they need. So what are the problems? What solutions can you offer them? What do they need to be distracted from? These will all determine the types of content that you end up sharing. And when we're talking about the algorithm, and that's who we're trying to work ourselves into, especially if we're just getting started. Actually, all the time, we're always going to be trying to work ourselves into the algorithm. You'll definitely be optimizing your posts with that person in mind so that the algorithm can make sure you show up in front of them. Having that niche down, having that buyer persona is going to influence the captions that you create. It's going to influence the hashtags that you use. It's going to influence the people that you tag or the people that you engage with. So it's so key that you have this so that way you can zone out anything else and just focus on that buyer persona and creating content that speaks to them and is exclusively for them. Because in the end, all that's going to happen is that you'll attract them and maybe some other people are going to come around too, but at least you've nailed down and drilled down on that person so that when they land on your profile, they're like, oh my gosh, this is for me. That's what you want.
Okay, the next thing we would do if we were starting an Instagram account from zero is to actually put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard for an actual Instagram strategy. So just like for your business, you have a written business strategy, you need a written Instagram strategy. We do that for all of our clients, we do that for ourselves. It's something that's so important. You need something to start from and actually a plan to, go step by step, or how you're going to know if you're actually executing.
Fail to plan to fail.
Big fact, see? It's not a saying for no reason. All right, so the first thing you need to do is research your current landscape. Look at who's killing it, who's reaching the people you want to reach, what they're doing right, maybe what they're doing wrong, what are they missing? What are they doing that you didn't even think about doing? Look at everything. Look at how people are responding. Just get a real good picture so you know exactly what you're dealing with when you're trying to move into this realm on Instagram. The next thing is to develop content categories, or also known as pillars. Super, super key. You need to know what you're going to be posting about. So whether it's motivational quotes, teaching people how to use your product or service, different tips for your industry or your niche, anything like that, you need that all noted down. And on top of that, which feature of Instagram you're going to use. Is it going to be Reels, IGTV, Carousels? Is it going to be just an in-feed video? Just, you need to have all of that marked down and you know exactly what you're doing with those. Another thing you need to think about is your editing style. Are you going to use a particular filter over and over? Are you going to have all black and white? Highly saturated, highly contrast, things like that. Actually think about the way you're going to present your feed as a visual aesthetic piece of art, essentially. We actually did a video on that. I'm going to put that, boom, well, I'm not going to do it, Tiff's going to do it, put it right there.
Or Dan, who knows?
Or Dan, who knows, somebody. Yeah, and down here that we did recently about, you know, how you can create a feed that people actually want to follow, which will touch on everything I just spoke about. You need to decide how often you're going to post, really, like your actual content schedule. Are you going to do 2 days a week, 3 days a week? Whatever you do, though, stick to it. Don't go nuts and post 7 days a week for a couple weeks and then disappear for 2 months. It's the worst thing you can do. Confuses the algorithm, confuses your followers, takes you out of their feed, and then the whole purpose of this is redundant. So whatever you can stick to, pick that from the beginning, run with it, don't move from it.
And can I jump in here to say, because I just was in a consult and the client that we're meeting with was posting a ton, and she was like, well, I'm posting all the time, which is great. It's always going to be quality over quantity no matter what. So when you're thinking about your cadence of how you're going to post, what your frequency looks like, always opt for quality. It's not enough to just post all the time, okay? And say that you're consistent because you're posting. It's, am I posting incredibly engaging content that's going to get the results that I want? That's what you have to be thinking about.
And you're going to want to lock down all of your tools for content creation, distributing, and scheduling lockdown. We've actually done a few different videos about this. We're going to pop up, hopefully we've got plenty of these left cards up here and here. For a video we did in partnership with Later, we actually have a code that is a scheduling software that we love here, and we use that for our clients. So the link will be down there as well, so check that out. We also have other video, which should probably be linked down there, about our content creation tools, our cameras, our microphone, our lights, all of that stuff. So get all that stuff organized so you know what you have to work with, even if it's just a phone. Whatever works for you, have that organized and be ready to go.
The next thing we would do if we were starting our Instagram account from scratch is to optimize our bio for discovery and conversions, right? When someone's landing on our profile, we want to make it evidently clear that they are in the right place. So one, we want to consider the title that we have, the title of the name that we're using there. So for example, if you look at our account, it'll say High Season Social Media Agency. For clients, sometimes we have like Toronto Real Estate Agent in there so that they are able to be searchable, because that's what we're trying to optimize for, discovery. Then we want to make sure that our description, our tagline, whatever we're including there text-wise, makes it evidently clear who we are and who we serve. So that way when someone lands, they understand that you are for them. It is super clear. We see this as a mistake all the time where people are being very vague. You do not want to be vague. You want to make it very clear who you are and what you do so that people know to follow you. Then we would make sure that our link in bio is optimized for the conversions that we want with a social landing page. So that means getting something like Linktree or link in bio and placing that in there so that way you can direct people to your website, to a blog post, to a YouTube video, anywhere that you're trying to direct them. You want to make sure that they can easily have it accessible in that one place. And there are a few things that you also want to consider in terms of like how your profile photo looks. We actually have a video on this. It's how to create the perfect Instagram bio. That will be linked there and in the description box below. Definitely recommend you check that out. We have about 8 or 9 points in there for you. We also have an Instagram checklist that will be linked in the description box below that will take you completely through what your Instagram profile should look like. It is so key. We get so many great responses on how valuable that is, so definitely check that out in the description box below.
All right, we're getting into the tactical stuff right now. So the next thing we would do is to optimize every post for reach and engagement. High quality content is just the beginning. That is super, super important, but if you don't optimize it, no one's gonna find it. That's the key part. So we have our 3-tag approach, which we've talked about a million times. I don't know, should I point up here for another video?
You can point up there.
Why
it
not?
Might be
Let's
out
see.
Of cards.
It might be down there. Who knows where it's going to be? But we have done multiple videos on that. So just to quickly recap, our 3-tag approach are brand tags, so when you're actually tagging other brands in the image, hashtags, of course, and location tags, so let people know where you are so you can follow from there. All of those tags are super, super important. I feel like A lot of people use hashtags, but they don't really know how. A lot of people kind of do the location tags, but not consistently. And the brand tags is just a missed opportunity if there are other, particularly local businesses you can tag and align yourself with. And with the hashtags, once again, don't know if we're going to be able to do this, but bam, there's another video we have here with our 2021 hashtag strategy. That is a super, super valuable video along with a tool that we found recently that you can use to find hashtags. So making sure that you're sticking to the niche, medium and large hashtag split that we suggest, 15, 10, and 5. It makes a huge difference in the way that you are able to benefit from using hashtags. And finally, in this note, make sure all of your captions have a strong CTA. Tell people what you want them to do. Do you want them to click the link in your bio? Do you want them to follow? Do you want them to share? Do you want them to save? That's very, very key, shares and saves. Whatever you want them to do, make sure you're maximizing in that way as well to complete that full optimization from the 3-tag approach to the CTAs.
And following what Craig just said, our next strategy, and this is the strategy that is driving everything for us this year, is to make saves and shares a priority. Right now, if we're creating content and we cannot filter it through the save and shares, if the answer is not yes to whether someone would save or share this post, we are revisiting the post or scrapping it altogether. This is so key because these are indicators to Instagram that your content is highly engaging, because if somebody wants to save it and return to it, or they want to share it with their friends, family, anybody else, that means that that post is worthy of wide distribution. So whenever you're creating your post, you have to think about, why would someone save it? Why would someone share it? And with those shares just come more visibility for you, right? If in the end I share it to my audience, Craig shares it to his audience again and again and again, you're going to see that reach increase, which is going to help you get more followers. We will say that quotes, memes, educational content, anything that's tip-based, these are all great for saves and shares because they usually make people feel something. And in the end, you want to make people feel something, whether they feel inspired, they feel like they're learning, or they feel like they are laughing and entertained. So you need to make people feel something so they do one of these actions, and that all comes into the save and share category. So prioritize that.
The next thing we would do is use carousels. This actually really plays on from the saves and shares that Tiff was just talking about there. So carousels, by their very nature, keep people on the post longer, which really is what the algorithm needs to see to show that the post is engaging and that people actually care about it. It also encourages those saves and shares, particularly if the carousel is educational in some shape or form. So as they're scrolling through, they're reading, they're pausing, they're reflecting, they might be like, that's amazing, I'm going to save this for later so I can come back to it. Maybe they'll want to share it with a friend or a colleague or somebody that can also benefit from that information. But either way, carousels are money. They are one of the greatest things that Instagram has actually introduced in the last couple of years. I think I've seen so many accounts grow who only post carousels because they're so shareable, and that's how they're growing. It's actually wild how fast
literally I see accounts growing and they're like 10,000 new followers, and it's because you're just creating content that people have to stay on and that they're sharing and saving. Time on a post is extremely, extremely important, so don't forget that.
Yes.
The next best thing, carousels are amazing. The next thing that Instagram introduced, which is so key to growth, is Reels. Instagram wants you to grow. All you have to do is use the features that they're giving to you for you to grow.
Yep.
Reels is huge. Our clients are crushing it with Reels. Not only our clients, tons of people are crushing it. The growth potential of Reels is out of this world. And we do not know how long this wave will continue, so you need to ride it. You need to, if you have been waiting and waiting on whether or not to do Reels, and because you just don't know what to post, which we have a video on, we're going to include that below because we for sure ran out of cards at this point. We have a video dedicated to content ideas for Instagram Reels. So if you don't want to post, you don't want to do the dancing and the pointing, you do not have to. We have solutions for you that are in the description box below, but you need to be using Instagram Reels and keep trying and trying. Just because you don't see the results in the first two does not mean the 10th one won't. It's like anything in life. You have to keep applying pressure to get what you want. So definitely take advantage of this algorithm that is rewarding people and get on Instagram Reels.
The next thing we would do if we were starting an Instagram account from zero in 2021 is to leverage the followers from our other accounts. So that includes everything: TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, Clubhouse, everywhere else that you have a following, you want to make sure that your Instagram account appears in your bio with the link via Linktree or one of those type of tree services, something like that, to make sure that your other followers are aware of your Instagram. For example, our YouTube account obviously generates us a lot of Instagram followers. I mean, I know we're talking about Instagram, so it's a little more obvious, I guess, that that's going to happen, but it kind of surprised us to begin with. We were just like, oh wow, what's with all these new followers? And it was because people are coming from YouTube. So thank you guys, first of all. And if you haven't checked us out, at High Season Co on Instagram, and particularly on Pinterest, you can share your own Instagram posts and actually pin those, and that will drive more traffic back to your Instagram. It's kind of wild how much growth is happening on Pinterest right now. Some of our clients are hitting incredible numbers, multi-millions in the reach. It's just... and it's not even that much work, to be honest. So if you take advantage of that high searchability of Pinterest by pinning your Instagram posts and directing them back there, that's going to push more traffic. So leverage all those other communities that you've worked so hard to build.
The next thing we would do if we were starting our Instagram account from scratch and working on a new strategy is to partner with other influencers or brands.
Yes.
Now, micro influencers and nano influencers are really, really key here. And it's not just about partnering and doing something together in terms of just sharing posts. That's great, but the giveaways are key. So you are going to want to partner with these accounts and run giveaways because they have access to the exact follower base that you want when you select correctly. This has been a huge growth tool for us. One of our clients, you know what's actually hilarious?
Today, right?
Before filming this,
yeah,
one of our clients just got like 800 followers in about 2 hours, I think the post went live, from a partnership with an influencer where we're giving away some stays. So if you have something to give away, give it to the micro influencer, have them create a giveaway for you where the directive is to go to your account and follow you. So that way you bring over the right followers. And there is always this thing where, hey, what if people drop off after they don't win? If you've targeted the right influencer, you should not see a significant fall off because your content should still be correct for that audience. So if you were, for example, someone who designed pillows or duvets or something, and you partnered with an interior design influencer, in the end, you should still have products and a feed that interests that person's following. So there should be no fall off. And if there is, it should be very minimal. But this is such a key growth tactic. We have a video dedicated to Instagram giveaways because we believe in it so much. It's not going to be up there. It will be in the description box below.
Another tactic we would deploy, love that word, if we were starting an Instagram account from scratch, is to do 1 hour minimum of daily engagement. So we've talked about this before. I'm not going to point up there. I'm going to say we'll put it down here. We have really spoken at length as far as you should be proactively engaging with, I was about to say your community, but the community at large via hashtags, via going to competitors, followers, going to the people who are commenting on competitors' posts, the likers, and going into their accounts and liking 3 to 5 posts and leaving a genuine comment if the urge overtakes you. If it doesn't, keep it moving. And the idea is that as well, if you could do that right after you post, like a little bit before and a little bit after you post,
that's the money zone.
Money zone right there. Also keep in mind, and I feel like I answer this on Instagram comments like once a week at least, but keep the engagement to about 60 actions per hour. An action is a like, a comment, anything like that, a follow, because if you do any more, Instagram are going to think you are a bot and they're going to action block you. It doesn't ruin your account, but you're going to be kind of trapped in Instagram jail for either 24 hours, a week, something like that. So be very cautious. Keep that in mind. Do it out. You know what we've been telling. We just hired our new employee. We're showing her.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Hey, Jocelyn. What up?
Which is also the inspiration for this video as well, because we are working through how to create an Instagram strategy from scratch with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And running her through everything. So we were just telling her, try and do it, maybe 15 minutes every hour at most. Mm-hmm. Keeping every time you go to somebody, you say you like 5 posts, you can do the math and add that up to 60, like 12 people you can go and like. Mm-hmm. Bam. And then once you've hit 12, you're like, cool. Give that account a rest, go to the next one. So the daily engagement, super key. You will see the difference, particularly in the beginning when you're starting. When you've got hardly any followers, there's basically no better way aside from ads to generate those organic growth. It's incredible.
All right, guys, that is it. That is an Instagram strategy handed for you to implement this year. You can do it. We believe in you, okay? You just have to put the work in to get what you want, but the possibilities with Instagram are endless, okay? We have built our business on Instagram and we've made money talking about Instagram. Like, Instagram holds a ton of possibilities for you. You just gotta put the work in, all right?
Yes.
Guys, if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video from us. You can follow us everywhere at High Season Co, and you can check out our blog post at highseasonco.com. Thank you for coming back to watch another video. Best of luck. We will see you out
Yes,
there
kill
crushing
it.
it on
Let us
the
know
gram.
how you go.
Let us know how you go.
Peace.
Peace.